Can you imagine how good a Raptor with GDX supercores would sound? Just 11 blades singing through a stock inlet location airbox. 22 actually, 2 turbos.
That's the exact conversation we had a few months ago with Ross from TurboTech,
who ultimately led us in the direction of Jordan from Performance Tuning Brisbane. So stick around, because in this episode we get the Raptor tuned and we are absolutely stoked with the results.
It's a belter of an episode, so don't go anywhere. So a few months ago, you were chatting to me, wanted to have a look at some options for turbos for the Raptor, or wanted to even know if they existed. You sent out a few messages to some guys in the industry, and Ross from TurboTech got on to you?
Yeah.
So this is where we're at, right? So the factory ECU in these things are like Fort Knox. Nobody really wants to tune these things by putting a piggyback setup on it. Jordan at Diesel Tuning Brisbane,
Yeah.
you know, he's got a good outfit there, like a good setup. So what I want to do with you, in a nutshell, to keep things quick, is get you organised with Jordan, because he's just like, because he knows who you are. Yeah, you've probably seen his snorkels or one of his cringy ads on Facebook.
Hey.
But,
No, you're right. Look,
but,
I got sick of seeing my fucking face too, don't worry.
But he was like, I know who he is,
Yep.
so I'll get you guys to make contact. All right, man.
Thanks heaps, Ross. Really appreciate it. Ross from TurboTech is pretty much our go-to guy when it comes to anything turbo related for a performance application. He got back to me, he's like, man, you got to speak to Jordan at Performance Tuning Brisbane. So I put the call out, introduced myself, and after a quick chat to him, it was very apparent that he was our guy.
Yeah, you guys are on the same wavelength, hey? Like, it was pretty obvious within just the first few minutes of being there. Spotless workshop, just a straight shooter, you know, and a real good bloke. We didn't go in there being dreamers going, we want 350 out of this. And I think he appreciated that.
After our discussions with Jordan, it was an absolute no-brainer that he was going to be our guy when it come to developing the good, better, best packages that we're going to be working on. Obviously, we're going to give him a better name for him than that, but the idea behind everything that we've been doing for the last 12 months and in the future is going to be specifically tailored packages to suit your
budget
needs,
and wants.
Exactly right.
Yeah. So you would have seen in a past episode, we shot up and dropped the car off to Jordan, get a bit of a baseline tune, is that right? Just with a stock setup?
Yeah, so I think the idea behind it was to put it on the dyno, figure out how many kilowatts it made as a starting point, so that way we knew where we were going to end up with as far as a power figure gain percentage. Yeah,
so that's a real good point to start talking about this. Like, there's so many different results across. If you're part of any Raptor group, people throwing up results and like, man, I made 300 factory.
Oh my Lord.
It's not right. Like, you can't compare. It's like apples and oranges, right? So what we're going to be sort of talking about today is percentage increases, right? So
based on our specific
on
car,
our dyno, on our
same
with
dyno,
our weather, with our everything, right? That's the best way to look at it, is look at what we ran up stock, which we've put in the episode, what we managed to get out of it, and then an increased percentage of that.
Yeah,
that's
which was better than we expected. We saw a way better increase. And I think it ended up being about 20% or something, right?
Yeah, without giving it away, absolutely. Keep watching the whole episode, please.
Everyone's getting their calculators out.
Yeah.
202 times by 1.20.
Watch till the end. We need the watch time. So I think that's probably the best way to discuss it, is keep that in mind. When you see results, this is at the tyres as well, not at the engine. We're not using some mythical math.
Correct. And I think one thing that we've found from our experience, like going 15 years back to when we had drift cars, you would see an S15 or an S13, same motor, same turbo, same computer. It'd make 202 kilowatts on one dyno, and then you'd go down the street and make 230. And as Zach said, really to push the point home, every dyno, every day, every weather event, everything will be different.
But as you'll see in the episode, there's some huge factors that go into affecting what it runs.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that's very interesting. Right at the end, you need to stay.
We got a text from Jordan saying that the car was ready for pickup with a cheeky dyno sheet attached, showing that we had made 230 kilowatts, which we were absolutely stoked with. But Little did we know once the conditions had improved that this figure would only get better again.
What do you reckon?
This is unreal.
Yeah, man, that's because I reckon you could feel this when you were driving. Hey.
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
It like just fell over.
Yeah, it's just like
I think I noticed that actually in the tunnel on the way back from when we picked it up. I forgot to change.
It almost feels like a limiter, doesn't it?
Right, yeah, it does, yeah. We are about to do final dyno run, well, just to get some footage of the last dyno run, but you can see on the graph here, we've made about 30 kilowatts more with the tune. We'll ask Jordan a bunch of questions later about the exhaust and all the mods and how that'll affect it, but what is really impressive is this section of the dyno graph just here. It looks like we've made about 50 kilowatts. So at about 5,400 RPM, there's like a 50 kilowatt gain. So I feel like that is going to be, that's going to feel awesome in the car. And it's going to equate to way more smoke, way less tyres. You know we're going straight back to work until burnout. We have to.
Yeah, that's a good
be
way
weird
to finish
not
the
to.
year, hey.
And then I'm going to get you to take this home so it's nowhere near the workshop for the Christmas party tomorrow.
Yeah, that's a very good
All right,
idea.
let's get this dyno run. Guys, drop a comment below and let us know how you think it sounds with our mid-pipe installed, especially higher up in the rev range because that's where it sings the most. So there's 40 kilowatts there too. So it's going to come on heats harder and go for heats longer.
Yeah.
Wish I could do that. Did you do the tuner's trick of like
Loosening the straps.
put the best run in it for last? That's awesome.
That's why.
Strap down, same day, same everything, but there's about 20% less humidity than earlier.
Yeah,
Using
right.
the same correction, so use SAE correction. Use other ones if you want, but that's pretty well global standard.
So I guess like going back to what we said on the first day, like when we got the initial power runs, obviously how much of a role that temperature and humidity does play in it. So what did you say? How much drop in humidity?
From earlier today when it was raining, about 20%, we're a bit higher now.
And then the cars cool down as well. So engine temps, ambient temps, and we swap 15 more kilowatts. That's awesome.
Yeah.
You want to take it for a drive? Good thing it's pretty close to Christmas. Everyone's shut up. We'll be getting a phone call. Someone's hooting. Yeah, mate. Really sorry. It's one of the boys. I'll talk to him when he gets back.
Yeah, Zach again. Yeah.
Yeah.
The best thing to do when you roll off a dyno is go for a drive in an industrial estate with light rain.
That's like the rite of passage of getting your car tuned. isn't it?
Yeah.
I swear.
Could I risk ruining everything, please? That was a real strategic move by Jordan. I'll catch you as you come back round.
True.
I don't know if this guy can drive. Yeah.
Good point. I didn't even think that.
Bro, 3 guys. Yeah, come for a drive in my tuned Raptor. I'd be like, nah, man.
We're definitely turning traction control off, eh?
Let's do it with it on for a laugh. Yeah, this thing's quick. Let's go back.
Nice try, buddy.
What happened to turning around?
What do you think?
Yeah, that's quick.
It pulls
dude.
heaps harder,
Yeah,
hey?
it does.
Heaps harder.
Were you like gentle rolling on there?
Yeah. No, I did like a gentle roll on. I didn't want Zach to start grabbing things. I mean, that mode, 2H, ESC, so like traction control, all the bullshit's on.
Okay.
I'll stall it up and then I'll get off the brake.
Do you want to get on Baja mode?
Nah.
Okay.
What do you want to? Aren't you worried?
Yeah, absolutely I
yeah.
am. But I just figure if you're going to...
Baja for the exhaust.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a different car.
That's fucking sick.
How's the click through first second? What?
Boy, I saw, and I don't know if Jordan's done it or I've never seen it before.
Yeah.
The dash flashed red. That's why I clicked second.
Oh.
Something happened here and it like flashed red. I was like, change gears.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Was that traction control on?
on, yeah.
If you had it off, it would have just blitzed
Blown the tyres off it, I reckon.
Yeah.
There is only one way to find out.
Yeah, I think we should. Test it. Yeah.
Are we going back to the same spot?
Good idea.
Yeah,
Paul.
let's do it. Come on, you'll be right.
The aircon, can we put the aircon on just for the fucking second?
No, don't steal my horsepower.
Just till we're lining up again.
Okay. Return to the scene of the crime. You should never do that.
Yeah, it was good that the rain's picked up.
There was Chris from Custom Warehouse was telling me about this other thing that you do, and it like does diff lock and like you can do donuts and stuff. I can't remember. Thankfully for you.
Yeah, that's a shame. Okay. Okay, it's good.
That's sick.
Yeah, that was hilarious,
This
dude.
is so fucking fun.
You cannot have this car anymore, eh? Like, Paul, you got a new company car? It's like having a lifted S15.
It is.
I wonder if like Jordan's standing out the front like a proud dad waiting for us to get back. It's just a carload full of grins.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you, you know that. I hope you do.
He's just like, yeah, okay, send the invoice.
As you can imagine, we were absolutely over the moon with these results. So Zach and I jump in the car for a debrief on the way back to the workshop. What do you think?
Look, it's quick. I don't know how else to summarise it.
Yeah, it's awesome. In summary, it's awesome.
It's awesome, yeah. I mean, hard to get a real good take on it. We've done a couple of back roads in light rain.
Yeah.
And it's a handful.
Yeah.
Up to 55k an hour, it's a handful.
Yeah. It's when we come around that corner and I gave it a like roll into the throttle, that
was real nice and smooth.
And I feel like when you looked at the dyno graph, like where I said that there was, sort of 40 kilowatts or whatever at that one certain RPM, that's where we were when we were rolling on, and you can feel it. Like
right.
you can really feel like low to mid-range difference. Obviously it's got shitloads more top end and doesn't fall on its face like it used to.
Yeah.
But that like the overtaking power.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
because it
pulling in front
did
of
feel
someone.
like it had this real nice initial curve, and then it sort of
Yeah.
you had to really change through gears.
Yeah.
Whereas now you can rev it right out.
We're going to, like, obviously, what's today? Friday, day before, Thursday before Christmas.
Yeah.
We didn't want to take up too much of Jordan's time. I'm in a white shirt. You didn't want to get your hands dirty. Nobody wanted to change the exhaust.
Yeah, because the original plan was we picked up the mid-pipe, we were going to chuck that in and do back-to-back dyno, but the differences that we saw in just the runs because of the density, not
air density,
humidity and
yeah.
temperature, density.
Yes, science!
I like that.
There's
Smart.
so many tunes going, what the fuck are these guys talking about? Why are they talking on YouTube about power? Nah, listen,
We've had drift cars, right?
Yeah.
We've made 20 kilowatts.
I know what it's like. To be your third. Selling these products as a kilowatt gain is not realistic.
I don't think so.
We're not going to be able to do the $19.99 K&N filter magazine advertising where you used to be able to 9 kilowatt. It doesn't work like that.
No. Yeah, obviously air density plays a huge role. Heat soak plays a huge role.
Yeah.
I think what Jordan said is obviously the reason why air density is such a big contributing factor is because the stock intercooler is absolute rubbish.
Yeah, and that's the next step. I literally was just texting Adrian from Phoenix.
Yeah.
He's going to flick us over a kit. So thanks for that, mate.
Yeah, thank you.
But that way, Jordan was saying that that's the biggest choke point right now, is that's why we're seeing such a huge difference between back-to-back dyno tunes. 15 kilowatt, just, he said 230 and it was 245.
Yeah. The other thing I did ask him, just to make sure I did have my facts correct, is on this closed-loop fueling and stuff. We're going to do it anyway, just because we like experimenting. So he suggested that, putting the stock mid-pipe back on, the car will just adjust all of the corrections to be within the parameters that it needs to be. When we advertise our product, we're going to It's not going to be, hey, fit our mid-pipe, you're going to get 15 kilowatts extra. It's going to be, fit our mid-pipe, your Raptor's going to sound sick.
Yeah. I have to change the wording a little bit, but...
Oh, really?
Yeah. But he was saying there's power to be gained with dump and front pipes.
That's right. So the reason why we're not going to see any difference, and the reason why the closed loop fueling will do what it does, is because we're doing the exhaust post O2 sensor.
Yeah. And when we can make something that affects the flow of the O2s, like they're going to change, or?
What do you mean?
Well, so because we're altering a part that's post the O2 sensors, the car can learn and change.
Correct, yeah.
But when we alter the part that houses the O2 sensors,
Then we take it back.
then we
get the
tune.
touched up.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah.
I think he said he's already turned the O2s off. He's done something to them.
Okay.
Done something. So that way when we go back to the workshop, we can do downpipes and drive it back.
Nice. Okay, right. So it might
Sure.
not have as much of an effect.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that will be next for the car. Hey, what do you think? You want to do it in stages? You want to do downpipes first and only?
The
Or-
comments on the YouTube apps so far have been so much about the noise will change in the front pipes and the down pipes.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
everyone wants to see that next.
Yeah.
It's like, boys, you need to equalize your length. So I don't know if we're
Yes,
still
yeah.
looking at equalizing our
Yeah,
lengths.
for sure.
So quick side note is that, well, yeah, sure. You're like, fuck.
Equalising our lengths.
Oh, right. There's a lot to be equalised there. Side note is that we didn't really explain it, but we are obviously developing the exhaust in sections. So the mid-pipe, this wasn't the only thing we were touching.
No,
We're
yeah,
doing
true.
everything. It's
Yeah.
just that we were sort of working through it, get the mid-pipe right.
Yeah. And I think the reason, obviously, why we're doing it the way we're doing it is modular.
Mm-hmm.
We also didn't want to put downpipes on it before we tuned it because we wanted to show you real-time gains.
Yeah.
You know, if we had downpipes on this car and went tune it, we couldn't sell Jordan's product to someone with a stock Raptor.
And we wouldn't be able to sort of keep people informed. Like if you just want to mod a mid-pipe, you know, we wouldn't know that if we got the whole exhaust. We wouldn't even have those conversations.
I think how we're building the car is step by step, so that the good, better, best thing. What we're really working towards is developing a couple of different packages.
Yeah. So to explain the good, better, best theory was that there would be 3 performance packages. We touched on it earlier.
Yeah. And I suppose what we've done at the moment would be good. An otherwise standard car, like we found out, the mid-pipe won't really come into anything with the tune. So option 1 is good. It's got our exhaust tips, our mid-pipes, you know, and this is all, we'll obviously have to sit down and have a proper meeting about this.
Yeah.
The better will be downpipes and intercooler, and probably a stock inlet location airbox.
Yep.
And then the best will be full exhaust,
That's full race.
Turbos.
No valves. Yeah.
no valves, turbos, pipe across the top, like everything. If we can make it bigger or upgrade it, we'll do it. Including the rods.
Sorry, Dom. Now we've got a handful of a car. We're going back. It's a Chrissy break.
We're done. We're going to get some content over the break.
Yeah. So you'll be seeing this episode the first week of Jan, hopefully.
Fingers crossed, yeah.
Yeah.
And then second week back of Jan as well, we're also going to go pay Jamie a visit.
Yeah, we've got the new wheels.
Nah, sorry about the valves.
Oh, well then we won't mention the wheels.
We did get wheels too, yeah. We put up a post. You spoke, we listened.
Yeah.
And that's all I'm going to say about that. So we do have some exciting stuff coming.
We listened.
Yeah, we listened. For once.
But yeah, Jamie is also doing the valves.
Yeah, valves.
Yeah.
So that way the mid-pipe will operate as standard. All the buttons on the dash work. If you want it to be quiet, it can be quiet. I don't know if you've noticed, but we're in sport mode at the moment. We're in mode Baja. I think the exhaust... Yeah, so the exhaust is in sport mode at the moment. And which is probably good that we're in the car talking in sport mode.
You wouldn't know that,
You wouldn't. No. And so that's obviously the valves at 50% open. We'll go full Baja mode with the exhaust.
Straight
valves
away.
are all the way open.
Yeah.
10 years ago, I would have loved this.
I reckon 2 years ago.
Yeah, you know what? You're probably right. Yeah. Before the next gen platform come out, I would have been all for this, but it's beaten me down, and now I just want to drive home in a quiet car.
Yeah.
I mean, this isn't bad. Like in car on the highway, it's not drony at all.
No. It's not offensive. God, if you've driven modified cars, which a lot of Raptor owners have in their past,
100%.
it's not bad. But the moment you go to sport, it's a nice, quiet car.
So in summary, it's awesome.
In summary, what a year.
Yeah.
Let's have a week off. Rightio, 20%. But he's left us with some homework.
Yes, homework, very important. Always do your homework.
Especially when it comes to tuning Raptors.
First and foremost, I suppose, is a front mount intercooler upgrade, hey?
Yeah, a huge variation there between power runs because of the IATs, like air density,
The heat soak,
temperature.
yeah.
The heat soak saw a 15 kilowatt difference between 2 runs.
Which is huge. So obviously, I guess that shows the inefficiency of the stock cooler, the absolute necessity to upgrade it with whatever brand you choose. We're obviously going Phoenix for ours. But I mean, like, man, imagine being on the beach and flogging it down the beach for half an hour, what your IATs would be doing. It's just all bad.
What's that, 7.5%? No, sorry.
I'm not even going to try and do
Yeah,
that. Someone at home, get your calculator out, tell us. Let's pick it back out of the couch.
Man, yeah, huge. Well, yeah, it's almost 10%.
Yeah.
It's almost 10% just from IATs. So, yeah.
So, front mount intercooler and then downpipes.
Yeah, downpipes. When are you looking at doing those?
Sooner rather than later. The downpipes in question, we're going to be doing 2.5 inch high flow. So I think we'll leave cats in them, but we'll do high flow cats, maybe like 100, 200 cells, something.
Do you want
like
to talk
that.
about why you're sticking to 2.5, or you want to leave that for an episode about the downpipes?
Mainly for the fact that we're developing a modular system. I don't want to do 3-inch downpipes that aren't going to mate up with our mid pipe.
Yep.
Which is obviously my next most important job to sort out at 7 a.m. 7 a.m. Monday morning. I'm on it. But yeah, I think the premise behind all of our development for the Raptor products has been modular, OE fit and finish, 2.5 inch exhaust, 2.5 inch downpipes, 2.5 inch mid pipe, and I've got a little theory that I'm keeping quiet. So we're just going to have to wait and see what happens.
Yeah, that OE thing to the point where we just spent an obscene amount of money buying another mid pipe to replace the one we've just cut up.
I'm not going to say how much because it still pains me to my core how much it cost me to buy a new exhaust, and I probably should have found that out before we took to the one that we had with the grinder, but obviously we f***ed it beyond repair. Well, no, not beyond repair, it's just that I was not... I wouldn't confidently jig that exhaust, knowing that the product that we're going to offer people is going to be a direct bolt-in, and let's face it, that's our mantra.
Yeah, 100%.
OE fit and finish, direct bolt-in, modular. So the most logical step was to spend a lot of money on an exhaust, but it was a necessary evil.
It was. Well, that pretty much sums up the episode. Hey, if you've got any questions about any part of this episode, the tuning results, like anything, we're happy to go back to Jordan, chat, and answer your questions, whether it be on future YouTube eps, in the comment section, reels, whatever.
Q&As, whatever you want. Ask for it and you shall receive.
Put it below, we'll bloody answer it.
Yeah,
that's
100%.
pretty much it.
Cool. Thanks for that. It was good episode. Good to have the car back. Good to make some power. Still need to do a burnout.
Yeah, we do, and you need to keep your license, for God's sake.
You're right, I shouldn't drive it.
Yeah, let's go.
All right.
Good one.
That was good.
Yeah. Bloody close out screen, and I just do these ones like on the news. Good job.
I get up, I got no pants on.
Yeah.
No, it was sick. It was fun. Vanilla, baby.